Hello.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, can you speak English?
A little.
Okay. I'm here to have a meeting with Mr. John Harry in 5 minutes.
Go to the reception on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, I know, but can you help me? My presentation got stained. Any chance can you print me a new copy, please?
Not supposed to, but...
So?
In Detroit, the Bulls had dispelled any remaining notions that they were just the Michael Jordan show, as they even accepted the MVP trophy as a team.
Award to Michael Jordan.
But that was not the story that the media chose to focus on, as the Bulls prepared to meet the Lakers in the finals.
This series tends to be, at least in the public mind, Air Jordan against the Magic Man.
There's no question, you're not going to avoid the Magic Michael thing.
Well, they're calling it the Dream Series, Magic versus Michael. I know that, the whole team's involved, but that's the way it's going to be played. You can blame LA for this, right?
Well, it's a big media hype. We know that, and it's very important for me as a player, and one of the main focal points is to not take away from the team.
If the Bulls were to retain their focus as a team, they would have to weather an unprecedented media barrage.
No, I don't see myself getting into butterflies. Oh, I have butterflies now.
It won't bother me. I mean, this is a chance of a lifetime.
Page 2 is first, Andy.
Cinematic in on 7. South to 5.
Beat LA!
Bulls t-shirt!
Yeah, who's next here? Baby! All the way.
Get your own graphics up there to recycle. Roll silver.
You are looking at Chicago Stadium, and they are basketball crazy here in Chicago as we approach the start of the NBA Championship Series. What time is it?
The keyed-up Bulls charged into their first final with raw emotion and raw nerves.
Michael lost the handle on the dribble to Devon. Cartwright backs in, left baseline, turnaround jumper, air ball.
But while Chicago struggled to shake their opening jitters, the more experienced Lakers looked to take quick advantage as Magic Johnson calmly directed their methodical attack.
6:50 to go in the first period. Great inside pass entry from Magic to Worthy, who lays it in off the window.
Dictating the tempo, the Lakers seized control early and had the normally high-octane Bulls stuck in neutral.
Now we got to go out first stop this time and start playing basketball. Now get your confidence back. Be aggressive.
Get up! Get up! Scotty on the move, now to Jordan, in for the right, for the goal!
Taking their cue from Jordan, the Bulls were finally off and running, forcing the Lakers into transition and storming back into the game.
Two. Pippen. Oh, what a move by Scottie Pippen.
With their lead cut to 1, the Lakers would again look to Magic, who would provide not one answer,
Magic with a three-point shot, scores!
but 2.
All right, Magic fires a three, good! Magic Johnson has taken over with 2 3-pointers in the last minute and a half of the third period.
A weary Jordan would again look to respond, but he would not do it alone.
Don't leave Michael alone here. It's not time yet. Right. You guys are running away from your offense. Don't run away from your offense.
Chicago would once again rally around Jordan.
Stolen by Armstrong, ahead to Jordan. Back to Armstrong, now to Michael for the finish.
Good play, BJ, spectacular.
With the Lakers' lead having all but vanished, both teams braced for a furious finish.
Magic is saying, calm down, calm down.
Magic with the spin. The pass off the dribble of Divac. What a play. Magic Johnson.
Jordan guarded by Scott. Jordan turns in the lane, gets the shot up. Good
yes!
Scott.
And the Bulls come out of there with it. Jordan wants to run down the left side, pull up jumper. Goal!
We got the lead. Right. They got to score. Make them shoot a jump shot to beat us. Right.
Oh boy, this is what coaches get paid for.
And Perkins goes for 3. He's got it. He went for the shot from downtown to take the lead.
All right, here we go. One in time. Michael, if they all run at you, remember Scotty's right here. Bill's right here. Max back to him. 9 seconds. A lot of time.
Pass me the aspirin bottle. Get the oxygen tent ready. This is unbelievable. Bulls down by 1. 9 seconds to play. They lob it over the top to Jordan. Jordan gets it. Changes direction. Pull up jumper left side.
Come on, baby, ball. Get it out, get it out.
Get it out. Ball knocked loose. Grabbed by the Lakers.
The Los Angeles Lakers steal game 1 from the Chicago Bulls.
It felt good. It rattled and it came out.
I just knew Michael's shot was going in. When I seen it, it was on target. It was up high enough. I was like, this is it. It rattled in and rattled out. I was like, oh my gosh.
A lot of distractions. We're going to have to, something LA's gone through and learned how to deal with before. We haven't had to do that. We're going to have to learn in a hurry. We're going to win the series.
There's no question about it. This is singularly the biggest game in the 25-year NBA history of the Bulls franchise.
We felt like we were unbeatable, but, they proved us wrong, and now we got to go back to the drawing board and come up with something new.
Los Angeles Lakers are in the catbird seat after lifting the home court advantage from the Bulls. You get to this point, and they will drown you, flat drown you.
You go down like you live tonight, okay? Take this game, let's wrestle it out of their grasp and go to LA and take it.
Let's go.
All right?
Only 2 teams have ever lost the first 2 games of the finals and come back to win a championship.
Well, we know we got to win. I don't think we should panic, because when you panic, you really don't play your best basketball.
We've been in this situation a lot. We just about know what we have to do in those situations. So we're used to it.
The Chicago Bulls admit that this is the biggest game of their basketball life.
They felt they had that because we were nervous. We lost that composure, and they thought that the nervousness and the tentativeness would have been there again, but it wasn't.
Led by a determined Michael Jordan, as the season drew to a close, the Bulls had left the Pistons and the Celtics trampled in their wake. Collecting a franchise record 61 victories, they had stormed to the best record in the East, assuring themselves of the home court advantage through the conference finals. Going into the playoffs, they were riding a tidal wave of momentum. But their attitude reflected the lessons of playoffs past.
By and large, everybody became very dedicated to the fact that we had to prove on the court what we had the year before, that we could play under pressure.
The first opponent, unlucky enough to find themselves in Chicago's path, were the New York Knicks. And the Bulls simply stampeded over them.
Shoots from there, rimming, no, hip in the front court. Here's Armstrong into left, back for Pippen. Oh! In his face!
You make one mistake and boom, we're off. We're up the floor dunking the basketball.
The Bulls would never let the flustered Knicks into the series as they overwhelmed them in 3 games.
Pippen, a facial. Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan!
Oh, please, let's see that again.
100 times. In sweeping past the Knicks, the Bulls had put on a classic Chicago jam session. But against their next opponent, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Who called 911? You guys that called 911?
No one from here called.
No, we didn't. It wasn't us.
We got a 911 call. Robbery, guys, come on.
Is that a robbery?
Yeah, call saying you're being held up.
All right, let me call Mike.
We just walked past Mike. He let us in.
Hey, look, guys, we got a distress call, all right? So who made the call?
Nobody called from here.
So no one called. What are we doing?
Hold on, where's Mike?
Just told you where Mike was.
You boys see all right?
Listen, you fucking smartass.
For our safety, for everyone's safety here, we need to see your IDs, all right?
Guys, hold up. We've been here all morning. Take it easy.
My partner asked for your ID. All right, we don't know you. So we identify all the parties involved here. We're gonna need some IDs, and we're gonna need to see everyone on the ground right now.
Whoa, hold on.
Hand off your weapon.
Hey, relax.
Hey,
Ted.
we didn't make the call. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the fucking ground.
Hands behind your back. Face down. Behind your back. Come on. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Let's go. Let's go.
Take it easy.
Fuck.
Back. In the cash room. Arnold Washington, you live at 311 Hazer Street in Quincy with a wife named Linda and 3 small dogs. Do not make a distress call. Also in the cash room, Morton Previtt. You live at 27 Counting Lane, Randolph. Wife, also Linda. Morton, the Lindas want you to open this door. We have men outside your homes.
Back up. Back up.
You think you're gonna get out of here? I got friends of the guys at Walpole. They'll make your lives rip-ass hell.
Don't you worry about it, old timer. No one's going to prison.
It's a 2-on-1. Look out. Jordan. Showtime continues for the Chicago Bulls.
Jordan past Petrovic.
Oftentimes, the game is won before you get started because teams see what you've been doing and say, well, let's just go into the stadium and get our lumps and go home.
Extended the 5-point lead. Ahead to Pippen off to Cartwright. He lays it in. Let's see if the Bulls can make it a 40-point lead by halftime. And there's a new top dog in the NBA East. It's Michael Jordan and the Bulls as they move ahead of Boston.
Yeah! Yes!
Their next opponent, the Philadelphia 76ers. they would unveil a lesser-known part of their arsenal, their defense.
That's going to be the difference in the ballgame. We're going to need to squeeze that ball out of their hands open.
And from the outset, the Bulls suffocated the Sixers with a swarm of defensive pressure.
Phil's idea was to take advantage of Michael and Pippen, who just fly around like sleek Dobermans.
Michael Jordan was play. Oh, my. As Anderson couldn't find the shot. 2 on the 24, and Pippen stole it from Anderson. Scottie Pippen all the way. What a move.
We rely on our defense to create offense for us, get steals, get easy run-outs, dunks.
Left side, Hodges, a steal, tipped it loose to Pippen. Scottie ahead to Armstrong. Back to Pippen for the jam.
As the series wore on, Philadelphia began to crumble beneath the Bulls' relentless onslaught.
We felt that in the process of putting that kind of pressure on the team that we physically felt them weaken.
Dispatching the Sixers in 5 games, the Bulls had methodically marched through the playoffs' first 2 rounds. And now, the challenge they had awaited all season long was finally at hand.
The Bulls go back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the 3rd year in a row, hoping that the 3rd time will definitely be a charm.
18,000 have turned out at Chicago Stadium for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
As they looked across at the Pistons, the Bulls knew that their moment of truth was at hand. They were about to confront not only Detroit, but also the ghosts of Pistons' past.
Because we were nervous, we lost our composure, and they thought that the nervousness and the tentativeness would have been there again, but it wasn't.
Led by a determined Michael Jordan, the Bulls would serve notice early that Game 1 was already a distant memory.
Michael Jordan just kind of running the show, distributing the basketball.
What a pass from Jordan.
Jordan's biggest beneficiary was a resurgent Horace Grant, who poured in 10 first-quarter points.
Here's Grant.
I got embarrassed in the first game, and I just took it upon myself to take it to him in the next game.
The Bulls had turned their game up a notch, but the Lakers would not be easily shaken.
Easily around Purdue, and he served up a facial.
And although the Bulls' offense was in high gear, the complexion of the game was about to change.
And that is number 3 on Jordan.
As the Bulls found their best defender in foul trouble, Chicago would need someone to step to the forefront.
Here's Magic with the basketball. Scottie at the top, and we're taking Magic out of the ball. Got it?
The daunting task of containing the Lakers' living legend now fell upon Scottie Pippen.
To have the opportunity to play against a guy like Magic, someone that I always idolized and watched, I felt like that I had to step up and put all that behind and go up and do my best.
Notice the matchup with Pippen on Magic, a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, able to bump, be physical with Magic.
Pippen's smothering defense on Magic grounded the Laker attack, while the Bulls could now set their sights on ruling the airwaves.
Jordan with the step and the bucket. Michael Jordan on fire. Jordan. Yes. The Bulls have exploded.
Rolling alley-oop pass underneath the...
Oh, it's good.
Yes! 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 Under pressure, right corner Paxson. He comes up shooting and hitting.
Oh, Johnny! Here's Pippen. The Bulls blowing the Lakers out.
Led by an unconscious Jordan, Chicago exploded, showcasing a little bit of everything, and then some.
A spectacular move by Michael Jordan. That's 13 consecutive field goals.
Cliff threw it back to me, and I saw a clear lane to the basket, so I was going to dunk the ball. I exposed the ball, But then I saw long-arm Sam Perkins there, and it was just instincts to change it. I changed it to my left hand and was able to get it off.
When he came down the lane, he just, went one way, put it in one hand, floated about 5 more yards, said, well, I don't know, and then he went off against the glass. So it was his game tonight. He really took it over in the second half. The only thing is, no matter if you get beat by 1 or 20, it's still 1-1.
Lakers coach is breaking it down.
Well, we're in a ditch. Not in a hole, we're in a ditch.
Supposedly, according to some of the coaches, they were out, they practiced for a solid hour and a half on the floor. We play them, we squeeze them a little bit, make them work extra hard. If things don't work out, communicate with each other out there on the floor.
We'd have to be ready for this storm because these guys are too good to be let off the hook.
The Lakers' storm was swift in coming.
Here's Worthy. Yes.
But the Bulls were prepared for its fury. For the Lakers, victory was essential. And their aggressiveness echoed the vital nature of their quest.
Rebound AC again. Oh, is he playing his game today?
Rebounders, stay after that ball. We got to stay with it.
The Bulls were equally determined as they too fervently banged the boards.
Rebound inside though by Livingston. Scores!
And as they stepped up their intensity, the Lakers' storm began to ebb.
Williams now with it. Craig Hodges driving into the front court. On ahead to Jordan. He scoops it up. Rimming. Yes! Takes him in the lane. Fadeaway jumper. Bill Cartwright hits it.
Here goes Jordan to Grant. Back to Jordan. He takes the last shot of the half and he hits it.
Up by 9 points at the half, the Bulls remained focused.
If you get them down, you want to keep them down.
Let's go get him, bro. Let's go.
I'm not satisfied yet.
The assault came quickly. And from every conceivable angle, as Chicago's offensive barrage kept the Lakers at bay.
John Paxson has been a crusher.
And though there was still some magic in the air as L.A. narrowed the gap,
Important sequence for the Lakers. Magic, yes!
Johnson's bag of tricks could not prevent another Bull run.
Right for the rebound. Quick out and pass down court. Michael to Pippen who jams!
Stay on the verge of giving up, boys. Let's keep it right after it. They're having a hard time building the energy. All right.
The attack was unrelenting.
Again.
And suddenly, Chicago was within one game of the NBA championship.
The thing about it is that I can't feel bad because they just given us a nice butt kicking.
With the title on the horizon, the Bulls were reflective.
You've worked all this time.
What's happening?
Who are you? Why are you here? Who are you?